Hey guys, so for today's video I'm going to be explaining my specific Spotify playlists, because my Spotify playlists are like specific to certain moods, so like that I feel, so I thought it'd be good to like explain them as like a cool video idea. All these are public, so like I'm going to put the links behind below, but I thought it was be quite a fun idea to do a YouTube video. So we will start. I'll go with my everyday one first. So this is called Music is Therapy. This is the little cover photo I have for it, and in the description it's couldn't live without music. I have a lot of songs here, like it's 21 hours and 23 minutes worth. I think it tells you if you go and add a song how many songs you have on it. So I have 411 tracks on it. So this is just an everyday one, so I doesn't really have a specific mood. I listen to this on a daily basis. To me, like, music is quite something that I'm connected to. I always like listen to music. Wherever I go, I usually listen to music. Like, I used to wear headphones in the car all the time. I was always listening to music, and I always like to, like, every Friday what I'll do is I'll listen to the new release musics, and now sit there and add songs, so I'm always listening to new music as well, because I really like just connecting with music and like listening to music, because it's just something that I connect to, and I really relate to a lot of songs, so that's something that really speaks to me. So that's why my music is therapy, because music does help me, like when I'm going through a hard time, like a good time, either or, like music really helps me, whether I'm wanting to make myself feel better by listening to music, or sometimes when you're really upset but you've not cried yet, and you know if you listen to music it's going to make you cry. I think that helps much, because then you get that cry out. So yeah, that's one of my specific playlists. That's one of my favourite day. Another one I have is POV, You Know You're the Hot Ex. It's called, and it's got Maddie from Euphoria in the cover photo, and then it says a playlist to remind you that you're that bitch and will always be. So this one is for when you've just been, like, you've been broken up with for a wee while now, you went through that sad part, and now you're on the kind of like mad but also I'm better off without you kind of part, being like you didn't deserve this, just for you to be like on top of the world at the end of the day. It just makes you feel like you're that bad bitch, and you should be that bad bitch, and who gives a fuck about what anybody else thinks. I think it's always helped me when, like previously when I've gone through a breakup, and I've done the sad part, and then I'm like, right, how do I get myself to feel like I deserve better? This playlist specifically has always helped me. That's why I started creating it. Before it was like, it's your loss, babe, and all that. It's half of this playlist, and it's changed and changed and changed. But I've seen I was like in 2020, I think I seen a TikTok, and it's like, when you know you're the hottest ex, and I was just like, that's such a mindset to be the hot ex, right? And I thought, do you know, and then I seen somebody actually on Spotify that had a similar playlist. It was like, I think it's like something like the hot ex, and that I just seen somebody had that. I was like, and then obviously POV comes from TikTok, so I thought, oh well, that'd be great. And I thought, it's such a mindset to have, to be the hot ex, like that's what you want to be. And like, I use, and this playlist always helps me up. Like, I use it to go eat the gym. Like, I went out the gym, this is the playlist I play, because I feel like it just makes you want to, like, it motivates you. And I always play this playlist, like, if I'm getting ready, like, getting me in the vibe and that. So I think it's just a really good playlist to hype yourself up right after, like, you've been dumped, basically, or even if you broke up with them. It's just to be like, yeah, I'm your hottest ex, so do it. So then another one I have is, I'm trying to think, Taylor Swift made me who I am. Now, if you know me, for the people that know that I am a massive, massive Taylor Swift fan. Like, been a fan of her since I was like, I don't know, 9, maybe older than that, but like, I've always been a fan of Taylor Swift from her like 1989 stuff, before that, till Reputation, through Lover, through Folklore, through Evermore, through it all, baby. I was always a big fan of her. She is a person, she is my idol, and I will always support Taylor. And her music to me is it's amazing. It's like the storytelling for me is a big thing about it for me. I understand people don't like Taylor Swift, I do, or don't like her music, but for me it's the storytelling, the bridges. It's how she makes you feel in one song. Like, you could not even be going through that situation and you put one of her songs on and you just feel every emotion that she's feeling while writing that song or singing that song. You just feel it all through your body and you can't help but relate to it, and it's so beautiful. And like, all the storytelling and the imagery and the visualization that comes along with it is just so great to watch. Like, you can't help but like, not great to watch, great to listen to. You can't help but like be mesmerised by it. Personally, I can't. And like, that's what I love so much about Taylor. But this is the cover, and it says, "Times won't fly, it's like I'm paralysed by it. I'd like to be my old self again, but I'm still trying to find it." And they're highlighted with like the lyrics amongst it. That's obviously all too well with Taylor Swift. And then in it, the wee thing, it says every era of Taylor Swift. This is about, so it's like got every era of hers in it. It's not like a specific Taylor Swift song playlist. I think I might start doing that, but I just got every Taylor Swift song in this album. I think for me, the album I'm most related to was like Reputation, because I felt like that was such a good album. And like, I felt like she was just showing people who she truly is, and it was just like, yeah, Taylor, you go Taylor, you show how amazing you are, because you are amazing. And I've been here through all the rest, but my favourite song, I would have to say, is My Tears Ricochet on Folklore, which is a track 5 album, guys. If you're a Taylor Swift fan, you know what that means. It's just the bridging that I relate to so much. Like, I think that like that specific line, because I'm going to actually get when I've got enough money, actually get a tattoo of it. I think you probably know what line I'm talking about, but see if I can find the photo. Well, I should have actually looked this up before the video, but that's quite quick. So this is it. You can't read the writing, but I'm going to read it out. So it would go like, go like that way that I showed it, yeah, no, sorry, this way. So that's how it would go. It's going to be my back, and it says, "But you would still miss me in your bones, and I still talk to you when I'm screaming," in brackets, when I'm screaming at the sky. I'm not going to try to sing that, but you know, if you're a Taylor Swift fan, you know the lyric. And to me, like, that song's so like relatable, and so like that exact lyric is so relatable, and it could be like said for anything. It could be like if somebody passes away, it could be for like if you go for a really hard breakup and like you're not talking to that person anymore, or if you like fell out with a friend and you grew apart from them, because you're saying you would still miss me in your bones, but I'll still talk to you while I'm screaming at the sky. So I think it's quite relatable, and you can use it for different scenarios and that. So that's my favourite, and that's why. So then I've got my Let's Get Drunk playlist. So this was quite easy to understand what it is for. It's for getting drunk. That's the photo in it. It's just like black and white, so that's why you probably can't really see it well. This description is a playlist that makes me want to have a good time. So for some reason, every party my friends say, Grace, you can do the music, Grace, do the music. And don't get me wrong, sometimes I will ask. Most times I will ask, because I like listening to my own music. No, I don't like listening to other people's music, it's just, yeah, I like listening to music. But, so, usually it's me, because some people don't like the pressure. And like, Grace, you don't mind the pressure, you can put your tunes on. And I was like, yeah, I don't mind the pressure, completely I don't mind the pressure. But, so when I first created this playlist, I created it for, I think, a party I was having. I can't remember when. And I just created all these different songs. I just asked for requests from my friends. And at first, that was it. It was just like a short little playlist like that. And then I started adding to it, and I always tried to like include songs that like I knew my friends liked. Even if I wasn't really a big fan of it, I was like, well, it's good for everyone in that. And it's just like a bunch of like, it's got this mix. It's got like, there are sing-songs on it where you're like, it's pop but you're like singing along, and techno stuff, and just like good feeling songs kind of, and like also like just some songs that I like to listen to if I'm getting drunk. So then it's basically just a playlist to play at a party when you have to like decide the music and you're feeling a little bit pressure. Sometimes hate doing it, but yeah. The next one we'll do this one next. Heartbreak Hearts. So this is the cover photo for it. Sad. And then it says a place to listen to when you're heartbroken. So for me, this playlist is like basically like, if obviously it's the part before the when you're the hot ex part, that it's like the part where you've just been broken up with and you just feel everything, and like, yeah, I've been for a breakup a couple times now, and this is a place that I go straight to when my heart like hurts. Like November there, this is a place I listen to quite a lot, and it's just basically again, it just got all the songs in there that makes you want to just like bawl your eyes out. Well, I think the one that always seems to make me cry is Hold On by Cold Street. That one, right in the guts. But obviously there's a couple others. But yeah, I just used to listen to this playlists, and it's like when you want to cry, or when you've like, so you've broken up but you've not cried yet, and then like you're like, okay, I'll just go listen to this, and it will make you cry. Because it's not sunk in yet, sort of thing. And sometimes it's like, do you know that way you feel sad about it and you just want to continue to feel sad instead of being like, nah, let's not play the sad songs, let's just like the happy songs and feel good. But sometimes you just want to feel sad because you want to get that cry out and over and done with. That's the playlist I listen to. So then the next one I'm going to do is Be Your Own Main Character. That's the cover for it, and it's my main character playlist. So this is going to sound like a silly one, but you know that way when you think of yourself as being the main character in like in a movie, and one day I was thinking, I was like, what could a soundtrack be to my own movie about my life? And I thought, let's see. So then I thought about it, and I just put all these songs in a playlist that I thought would be in a soundtrack to the movie of my life, which is obviously like kind of silly and a bit weird, but I just think it's funny to think about, and I think it's like, it also like it's good to listen to if you want to feel like the main character, like you want to feel like you're the main character of your life or whatever that's what you listen to. And I just thought it was fun to make, and that I don't listen to it again and again all the time like I do the other playlists, but I do listen to this if I want to feel like my main character, or if I want to reminisce about when I created this playlist and stuff like that. So yeah, it's quite a good playlist. It's I've not changed it since I created it because it kind of has a running line. So it's like kind of story kind of through it for me. Like I know what the story is through it kind of thing. And so I've not changed it since I made it. So it's mostly like kind of like not throwbacky songs. It's like songs about like maybe a year or two ago. So yeah. Then we've got songs that make me think of him. I don't know. But anyway, we're nearly there. So the next one is songs that make me think of him. So this is it. Cover photo of it. It says stop thinking about him, he sucks. And the next caption is songs that make me think of my ex. So like right after I went for my breakup last year, or like a month or two later, when I started listening to my own playlist, I realised there were songs that made me think about my ex. I think we all have songs that you make you think about somebody you've been with before. And I think for the first way of the breakup, that was really like, there were songs for me that were really hard for me to listen to. Like I couldn't listen to them without crying, or I couldn't listen to them without feeling shit or stuff like that. I can listen to them now fine actually, probably a couple of them. Probably they just kind of make me feel awkward sometimes now listening to them, to be honest. But some of them are still really good. Like I would listen to them, some of them now actually. But at that time, I thought I can't listen to that and that because I can't like sit there and think about it. So then I thought, do you know what? At that time, I was like, the best thing to do is make a playlist about that and put these songs on it, so then I can avoid listening to these songs. So that's what I did. I put the playlist and then I took these songs off my actual playlist and put them in that playlist. So then if I wanted to, I could listen to that playlist and then if I wanted to listen to my playlist without having to listen to these songs and not get made to feel that way, that's what I would do. And I've just kept it, to be honest, and it's been like 8 months since me and my ex broke up now, so I've just kept it. I've not really like added to it or that, but so there's not really many songs on it, to be honest, but it is there. So yeah. So we just got the polar opposite of this. My next playlist is Feeling the Love. It's got that little cute dancing one. And it's a playlist for when you're falling in love. So this is just for like if you're like in that butterfly stage of being with someone, or like if you're in a proper relationship and stuff like that, and just whenever you're like feeling a bit lovey-dovey. So obviously I created this playlist when I was with my ex, but they're just like cute songs about being in love, and I used to listen to it quite a lot, to be fair. So yeah, that one I've got not much to say on because it is self-explanatory. It's just a playlist of when you're in love, basically. So this one is Women Are Fucking Powerful. It's got this in the, how is it? In it, which I think is such a wee cool. Yeah. And then it says in the comments, fuck feelings, be a bitch. Now this is different from my POV one because that one's more specific to like moving on, like saying fuck you to an ex. That's more specific to that. This is more about supporting women and like being like women empowerment and all that kind of stuff. Just being us, basically. So that's what this playlist is about, is just feeling that woman power inside of you. So yeah, That's what this is about. It's got like just like a bunch of like hype songs on it basically. It's like just hype you up when you're instead of doing one that's just about moving on from a breakup. So that's why this one is here. But I've not listened to this in a while actually, to be fair. I think I need to actually update it a bit. But I do quite like listening to this when I just want to feel like a badass. It's basically why I listen to it. Only got like, I think 5 more? Yeah. So we'll do this one. I'm not okay. It says, I can't snap my fingers and just be okay. This one's a relatively short one, to be honest. I don't really like change up it. I have this playlist for when I'm feeling a little bit down with my anxiety and my depression. For me, it's a real playlist to like. When I'm listening to this playlist, I know that I'm not in a good mindset. Like that's something that I've established when I'm openly listening to this playlist. I've went through depression I've got depression, so like it's something that like, as you said, there's no cure for depression, so it's something that continuously comes back and forth, and you never really feel like you completely fight it. And in December last year, I went through a particularly hard time with it, and as much as this playlist wasn't probably the best thing to listen to, sometimes it just did help me. And yeah, it made me feel sad, but it also kind of made me realise that I wasn't okay, and then that made me realise that I needed help, and that's what made me get help. And the fact is, I've not listened to this playlist since then, and I think that's also really shows that like something about it, like it helped me at that time, and it's a real, like, to have it there is not because I might need it again, but to show that I did use it, but I've not listened to it since because I feel better about myself and I'm in a better place now and I'm in a better mindset. So yeah, not to drain too much, make this too a depressing video, but yeah, that's one of them. Then next one is Broadway Superior. Now that's basically self-explanatory, but that is the cover photo for it. And it just says, plays full songs, musicals. Now, these are not all musicals, this is just the musicals that I like. I need to update it more though, because I'm listening to more now. But it's got like Hamilton in it, Hairspray, one song from the Heathers, Greatest Showman, Six, Chicago, and some Mamma Mia songs, and some Wicked songs. So it's got a good mix, but it's not got all of them in it. It's just songs that I like from musicals. Then we've got this one, which is Glee Brings Me Happiness, and that's the season finale photo. I love Glee. Like, I've always loved Glee. Glee is my jam. And that's what that just says in the context. It says, all my Glee jams. So, like, I've got so many, like, Glee songs in this. My favourite Glee song is either Smooth Criminal. Love that performance by Naya Rivera. I can never say her names. But I loved her. And, that song is one of my favourites, and that performance as well, so good. And then Cough Syrup, can't speak today, man. Cough Syrup, that one I think always made me cry, because the scene that goes along with it is so freaking sad. I mean, if you're a Glee fan, you know what I'm talking about. It is so heart-wrenching, and you just can't help, like, oh, it's amazing. And Blaine's performance of it, chef's kiss. So two more. So then, second last one is country songs are underrated. And that's just like a wee country vibe thing. And it says a playlist full of country jams. So I started watching this YouTuber. I can't remember her name. If I do remember her name, I'll put it here or somewhere in the video or in the link below. But she had the song, she did car videos of playing country songs in a car. It wasn't just country songs, but one of them was a country song that I watched. And that was the first thing country kind of songs I listened to, except for Tina's kind of older stuff. And I thought, do you know, I actually quite like that. And then I started like listening to country playlists more, and I was like, not too shabby. And it's not something that I listen to like on a daily basis, but I just think sometimes country songs are good. Like if you want to feel angry, sometimes like good angry country songs are really good, and you just feel it for the music, and you're like, oh, I feel this way because of the music, and it's just so good. Like, I don't condone cheating, but Lips of an Angel by Hinder, that just that part, just that one of that, I just can't, I love it so much, it's so good. So like I definitely like listening to that when I'm like feeling my country songs. I listen to that on and off, don't listen to it like every single day like I do some of the other playlists, but I listen to that, do listen to it. My final one, of course, is Disney is Magical, is there, and then it says We Want to Stay Young Forever. Now, I love Disney, as many people know. I am quite obsessed with Disney. It's one of the things I really love, and basically it's got a mix on it. It's like, it's got Disney classics on it, like, you know, the Disney classics, and then it's got like Hannah Montana and like Disney Channel ones, and then it's got like Disney Channel movies and stuff, and then I've also got like the Disney Stars old stuff, like He Said, She Said by Ashley Tisdale's on here too, and just like all the Disney songs that I love, and that, and like Austin and Ally, and of course we don't talk about Bruno because that's a new one, but yeah, all my Disney songs are my favourite because I just love listening to Disney and singing along. Yeah, when you want like that kind of like throwback kind of thing on your like on it, that's what I listen to. But yeah, so that's me, guys. That is all of my playlists in this video. I think this video is going to be too long. I think it'll be like 19 minutes, which isn't too bad for one of these sit down videos. But yeah, I just thought it'd be quite cool to show you what my playlists are. I'll link them all below if you want to listen. They are all public, so you just can listen to them if you want to. They're just my very specifics, and I've just probably exposed my whole life on here. But you know what? It was going to happen at some point, wasn't it? So I might as well do it now, in the early stages. But yeah, so I hope you liked it, and please like and subscribe, and I'll see you next video. Thanks for watching. Bye.